Yes, boss. 444 the world back here again once again, man. Happy to be here. Happy to see you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. You see the topic and what it is that we're talking about, right? Some people are pissed because you cut them off. Ooh! Ooh! Dog, let me tell you something. I saw this in the list and was like, yes. We could run that this week. We could run that this week. So here's the deal, right? You have to understand something. People like to be the one to cut you off because it's like it tells them that they're in control of the situation. You feel me? And whether you may understand it or not, when you choose to cut somebody off and they're used to being the one that give me the scissors, I'm cutting you off. But you like, you know what? I'm good. I'm going to take the scissors and cut you off. Listen closely. That screws people mentally, dog. I'm going to be honest with you. That can screw with people. You feel me? And that's a good thing on your part. That's very, very, very bad for them. You feel me? I'm going to tell you why. Because when people get cut off and they're the one that's used to cutting people off, besides it screwing with them mentally, it messes with their ego. Like it literally bruises the fuck out their ego. You want to bruise somebody's ego, dog? Somebody that's used to cutting somebody off, you cut them off and it's like you do away, like no explanations, just up in smoke, no reaching back out. Yo, hey, how's everything? You cold turkey? Like, you know how somebody like, yeah, I'm putting down the cigarette. I'm cold turkey. And nigga, just out of nowhere, that messes with people, dog. Because I'm going to tell you why. That's one of those things where people never seen it coming. You ever heard about like, I never seen that coming. I never seen this coming. Because guess what? People believe that they're the shit. Some people have this ego that's like out of this world. Like, yo, I'm the shit. I'm this, I'm that. You feel me? But when you cut them off, it screws with them. You feel me? When I say bruise ego, flatten ego, cutting somebody off does all of that. When somebody's used to doing that and I'm in control, I do this, I've been doing that. Whether they've been doing this for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, you could be that one person that cut them off and they thought this is what makes it even saucier, even spicier, dog. When you're a person that they thought you're always going to be around and you were the one to cut them off. You see the picture of what I'm painting right now? I never seen it coming. Yeah, the person that you thought was going to always be around cut you off, that will sicken somebody. Like bed rest hospital, like, you get what I'm saying? We need a nurse in room 5. Yes, that type of sickness. Some people not going to be able to take that, bruh. That screws them mentally, dog. Like, what did I do wrong? That's when some people can turn to bashing the person, or that person was this, that person was that, and not realizing, yo, what did you do in playing a role as to why that person cut you off? People will look to all type of reasons to blame you. You're the reason, you're the person, you're this, you're that. Find all the faults in you instead of looking inwards at themselves and saying, yo, I did a lot of damage in this situation that I caused this. You feel me? And you have to understand, like I said, right? People have this thing built in their mind that they're the shit and they're used to cutting people off. They have the upper hand. And it's like, yo, it shows them something is wrong with them when you cut them off. Some people don't like to look on the inside. So here's the deal. As a part of you cutting them off, let's say you and this person are in a situation, whether it's friendship, relationship, whatever the case may be, right? Acquaintance, it doesn't really matter. That person in their mind is gonna start being like, yo, why did this person cut me off? Then this is where social media comes into the fold. If that person has access to watching you, or you have mutual ties or mutual friends, that person's gonna want to check up on you to see, yo, what are you doing with your life? And that's where people will start to measure and compare themselves. If they see, yo, after a while, yo, you took flight or you did certain shit and they didn't, or they try and paint a picture like, yo, I'm doing this or I'm doing well, and in actuality they may not be doing that well as you, let me tell you something, that will screw them up even more mentally. because I'm gonna say this again if I never said it in this video, but I said it previously. People don't like to know that after a certain situation, whether relationship, friendship, whatever, that the person that they fell out with is thriving in life and doing better than them, because that adds more salt into that open wound. Put some lime juice on it too to make it just, because that shows you were the problem. That's another thing. People really do not, like I said before, people do not like to look on the inside to see, yo, I was the problem in the situation. I did this, I did that. That's where a lot of people who've been living in this false ass reality, it's either going to be a time where they have to come to face their reality, or they're going to want to run away and do away with that shit. Because here's the deal, right? If you as a person know, yo, I've been doing this my whole life, whether it's cutting people off or running the situation or running the show, and then all of a sudden I get cut off or I get put to the side, that will play with you. Especially if a person goes as far as, yo, you know what? Let me go ahead and damage this person that tried to do this. How dare you? Because that's how some people really think so high of themselves, like high up on this friggin' like pedestal, like you're beneath me. You cut me off, you did me like this, now I'm gonna show you who you are. I'm gonna show you who you're messing with. You feel me? That's where people will literally end up destroying themselves trying to destroy you, because that shows who you are as a person. You feel me? If somebody's going to the length of, yo, let me really go out my way to put my mouth on a person and destroy them for some petty shit, you're literally opening up that box of Pandora to people seeing who you really are and your real colors, your heart, what you got on the inside, all of that, and people will then be able to really sum you up. You don't want people to sum you up and have that say-so of you're this or you're that. Well, fuck that. Like, people could think whatever it is that they want of you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, just know who you are as a person. If you're an evil person and you play that game, drop that shit. You feel me? If you feel like putting your mouth on a person is going to better a situation, or I have people behind me that are willing to go to war with me, let me tell you something. Drop it. You feel me? If somebody cuts you off, accept it, dog. You feel me? Some people have to better themselves and grow in life, dog. Not saying you're not going to grow in life. You are going to grow in life. But you have to understand something. That everybody has their own destination, their own calling, their own purpose, wherever they want to go in life. It's up to you now if you're going to be the one that's going to accept it and understand, yo, this person has to do this, I have to do this. Some people don't want to accept that, because some people feel like, yo, you cutting me off, you're supposed to be around, you're supposed to be here. That's not the case. You feel me? Some people can't take reality. Some people can't take that, oh, you're this, or you're leaving me behind, or you're cutting me off. Who are you to do that? Because some people have that falsified godlike mentality, bro. And that's just real reality. Like, here's the thing about life, right? Like how I said, words are powerful. Some people have developed that mindset of I'm a princess or I'm a prince off of maybe whatever their parents have shown them. They may have looks and features that they feel like, yes, I have godlike features, I have godlike status, I have the body of a god or a goddess, obey me. Like, nah, the fuck are you? You feel me? Some people just really need to be humbled and brought back to reality. And cutting their asses off really does that shit. You feel me? Like I said, man, some people have allowed society to screw them to the point where they believe really that if they shit or if they pass gas, it does not make a smell, dog. Or if it does make a smell, it's one of the sweetest smells you'll ever smell. You feel me? Like, it can make perfume. Like, nah, you're not that special and you're not that hot. Here's the deal, right? Whether it may be a thing with society or somebody's parents or how other people treat them, you may be the shit to somebody, but you can pick up and go elsewhere and people will be like, yo, you're not the shit. Like, what are you the shit with? Like, who are you? You're like a nobody to us. You feel me? And that's another thing that will end up breaking people's ego. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, Some people need their ego to be broken, dog, because some people have this ego and it's taking them to nowhere, dog, in life, bro. Nowhere at all. It's just gonna crash you, dog. If you had to cut somebody off to better yourself, I do not blame you. I'm gonna tell you why. In life, you have to better yourself, as I stated before. You have to do what's necessary. Some people may look at it as like, oh, you're drastic, or that was an ill-advised move. No. If you know you got a feeling on the inside, this person doesn't have my best interests at heart. This person is the type of person that will poke a hole in my ship, get them people away from you and cut them off. Because you have to understand something. Some people have that mentality that if they cannot drive the boat, then damn it, I'm going to poke a hole in the boat and everybody's going to drown. That's fucked up. And if you do shit like that, people are watching you, because people does not want to have somebody like that around them. That's that selfish mentality. Cut off whoever it is that you need to make sure that you save your peace, your sanity, all of that shit. Because it really is a spiritual war going on out here in the world. Some people do not care about your happiness or whatever it is that you have going on. They just see that, yo, I'm in misery, I'm in sadness. I need to find a way that I can bring somebody down with me. It's like bring somebody to hell, like bring you down to my level of where I'm at, because this is comfortable. I get a high off of it. People get a high off of this type of stuff. If they can bring you down, discredit you, smear your name, run your name through the mud, people will do that shit. Some people do not care because it's a fun game for them. Even after the fact that you cut them off, even while you still have them around, you just have to understand that the faster that you cut people off, the better you can start the process of bettering yourself and getting farther away from people who do not mean you any good, bro. You can have a vision that you want to take you far and include these people, but guess what? Certain things will happen, certain events will take place, and I believe that's from God and the higher power, universe, all that, to make sure that certain things do not fall into play, so that people understand that, yo, why isn't certain things working? It's because there are certain people around you that would reap the benefit that does not deserve it. You get what I'm saying? And that's why cutting off people is necessary. That's another thing. Pay attention to why certain things aren't working around you. You feel me? If you notice certain things work when certain people aren't around, then you just figured out the answer. Some of those people are not meant to be around, bro. Some of those people are dead weight and they're holding you back in life. Some people have that mentality where it's like, yo, if one person make it, you got to put us all on. If you weren't here working hard, if you weren't helping me, or you weren't trying to do something, or whatever the case may be, or whatever, it's my choice on whatever it is I'm going to do at the end of the day. But if you weren't here around helping, doing whatever the case may be, you could literally count yourself out, dog. There are some people that just want to be along for the ride, dog. You got to cut off all forms of dead weight. If anybody's going to be around you, dog, they have to be on some working, some bettering themselves type of stuff, dog, because that's something that can hold you back in life. There's some people you have to cut off that all they talk about is the most bare minimal shit, or you don't even have to cut them off, just place them where you need to place them. But if it's anybody who coming towards you with like any form of bad mind, any form of negative intentions, you got to get rid of them and do away with them, bro. Because a lot of them people, they do not mean you no well. They do not care about your well-being. They do not care about if you have a family to feed or who you're taking care of. Some people have been living in a hell-like mind state for so long, and because they feel like you're living in a heaven mind state, what would you do if you're on my form of a level? How would you be able to withstand? That's the thing. Some people don't have certain things written for them. Certain people have been doing BS for the longest and believe that their ways and their behavior is completely acceptable, and you as a person should accept it and who they are, and just accept who I am in all of my negative ways. You shouldn't be cutting me off. If anything, I should be the one to cut you off. Wrong. That's where people fall short in their mind and they lean on their own understanding. If you know for a fact that you are not bettering a person, or you do not have intentions of doing well around a person, the situation is not gonna work. Just like when I dropped that video about good intentions, that's why a lot of people need to realize why certain things don't work for them, because you never had good intentions and your heart wasn't in the right place from the beginning. That's why it never worked out. You get what I'm saying? Anything it is that you put your heart to and it's in the right place, it'll happen for you, bro. You get what I'm saying? If you want good out of life, set yourself up for that, and you're gonna always win. You're always gonna get the alley-oop. You're always gonna dunk it. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what you set yourself up for. But the way how you set yourself up for that is cutting off people that don't mean you any well, and remembering this, that whenever you cut off people, it plays with them mentally. There are people who cannot take that, because they live on this false ass cloud of, I'm the shit, I'm whatever, I'm better than you, I can't go wrong, I can do no wrong, everybody loves me. Wrong. Remember this, it's all about your happiness, your peace, and what you want out of life, bro. You cannot succumb to people and their ways and displease yourself, dog. You feel me? Do what it is that you need to do to make sure you're happy and you're in your best state of happiness. You feel me? Because there are some people, they don't care about your happiness or your state of being or none of that shit. You feel me? Because it's all about them and what it is that they want to do. You feel me? So at the end of the day, just remember this. If you have to cut off somebody for your best sake, do that. When you cut people off, make sure you cut the ties and you leave it like that for good, bro. Don't open up old doors that never did equate or equal to anything. You feel me? Because some people, they're still stuck in their ways and they don't want to change. So if you're expecting that you open up an old door, or somebody you cut off, I'm gonna rekindle the attachment or attach everything that was broken. Sometimes certain things are left better broken and the doors left closed. Just walk on and open up new doors. You feel me? Never turn backwards trying to move forward, dog. You're just gonna trip up yourself. You feel me? It's best you just move forward in life. And you feel me? Just close the doors, dog. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't say it, dog, words can help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I use them to uplift you, because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser, dog. You feel me? Wednesday. Don't nobody work too hard, you get what I'm saying? Halfway through the week, we almost to the weekend, dog. Almost to the weekend, you get what I'm saying? That being said, man, love the hell out of everybody. I don't know what I'm next I'm gonna be dropping on Patreon, but I'm still working on that. And other topics that I'm gonna be presenting and putting on there. Things like that, you feel me? I'm also working on some more goodies and stuff like that I'm going to be dropping on this channel. But the main thing that I'm working on right now is just building up my steam and my content. Just keep on dropping them so that my traction and my views, all of that, can start going up. You feel me? Because YouTube need to start putting some more respect on my name. You feel me? That being said, man, love the hell out of all of you guys, man. 440 for the world, man. Peace.